Hey there, guys and gals. It's time for another Brico Power Hour. I'm your buttery toast host with the most, Sir Brettles, and joining me on our journey, as always, is Mr. Ricketang.
I love how I always sound like some sort of street-level gang member that belongs to an American version of a Jackie Chan. Wait, I actually think there was a Ricky Tang.
Was there? Are you sure you're not really in a gang?
I'm pretty sure I'm not in a gang, but I'm also pretty sure that there actually was a Ricky Tang in Rush Hour 3.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to dig into this.
So, for those of you that live in a bubble, there's a pretty big movie out right now, and it's called Wonder Woman. But you probably know that since you clicked on the thumbnail. Anyway, the movie released on June 2nd of this year and has grossed over $700 million. It currently sits at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wowee!
Whoa!
But since Brett hasn't seen the movie, we're not going to talk about spoiler stuff.
No,
How about all the
please.
shit that surrounds the movie going on right now? It was going on before the movie, and it's still going on now. And I feel like we got another Ghostbusters, except this time the movie was good. Doesn't warrant all the stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it. It's a very good movie. A lot of people love it, except for a bunch of beardy fuckface crybaby man children who didn't, for some reason, complained about it. Probably mostly because there was a theater in Texas that had a all-woman showing.
Yeah,
And
a theater.
One theater.
One theater had one showing for women. For this woman-centered movie.
And they got butt hurt.
Well, of course they did. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't they? Of course they did.
Like, can't you just let ladies have a thing?
And we can't have nice things.
Why can't we have
It's like
nice
nobody
things?
can have nice things.
I mean, it's the same goddamn bullshit that happened with Mad Max. As Charlize Theron is pretty much the main character.
Oh, well, I mean, she kind of is, and I know that the movie is called Mad Max,
it
and
is.
he takes the back seat most of the time, but
Mad Max has always taken a back seat to what is going on around him.
yeah, he's always in the middle of something. He's never like, but he's always just like I don't know, a person involved in it. He's never like the main character.
Yeah, but it's just like the things happening around him that he's trying to help out with are the things that you're paying attention to, really. He's just kind of there moving the story along. I mean,
Well, and I remember when that movie released. God damn, that movie is just so good. It's so good. But it immediately garnered a bunch of like traction with people who were, that I'm not shitting you, calling themselves meninists. As in, they're not feminists, they are meninists because they were all about men's rights. And they were worried that Hollywood was just pandering the fuck to women. Like, just shut the fuck up, man.
shut up, Jesus. Like,
Just
how do you guys not realize that if you are a white male, you have the most advantage of everyone out of anyone else? I mean, I'll reference
The
Lewis.
movie was called Mad Max, and he was hardly even the character in it.
Yeah.
I'm really butthurt about this.
Blah. I'm just saying, like, if I were to go back, I'm just using Louis C.K.'s example. If I were to go back in time, anytime, I'd be fine. But like, if a woman or anyone of any other race went back in time, they would not be fine. It's do you dumb assholes like not realize that we already have everything?
Yeah,
So.
And like, just because somebody else gets a piece of the pie doesn't mean you don't get any of the
Yeah,
pie.
yes.
You still get
you
still
get to watch the
vast
movie.
majority of the fucking pie.
Yes, you still get
You
to
just
watch
don't
that
get all
movie.
of it.
No one's preventing you from watching the movie, no, Charlize Theron is not looking into the audience and being like, Mad Max is a fuckface or something like fuck all you men or some shit like that.
Now, see, I could understand the Ghostbusters butthurt. Well, to an extent, not because it was all female centered or any of that stuff. But it did turn into this like, men are stupid. Look at us, we're cool sort of like movie, and I was like, okay, well, I can understand the backlash because that's like, because it's like, yeah, men are dumb. Look at how dumb they are. Let's shoot this stupid man baby ghost in the dick because he's a man baby dick. Like, okay, well, yeah, that's a little, well, maybe too far. Okay.
I mean, sure, there are things that I know I've complained about, of how a guy gets portrayed, but that is very minuscule compared to a woman.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not, you know what, I'm not even like really upset about Ghostbusters. I'm just like, like, it's not even like, it kind of like, it almost kind of irritates me because it's like, it's counteractive to the point they were trying to make. Like,
yeah, you don't
for a Star Wars movie where the women are powerful, just like, they're not powerful because they're women. They're powerful because they're powerful.
Yes.
Whereas Ghostbusters actively was like, nope, men are fucking stupid. You're all stupid.
And that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you're not really, like, I'm not offended by it, but I'm like, you're also not helping things.
Like, I get upset because I'm a dad when there's no changing table in a bathroom for a kid in a men's room.
That's a load of bullshit.
In a men's room, because I remember it was like last year I was getting pictures for my kid for Christmas pictures, and I had to go in a women's bathroom and I had to lock the door because I had to change him because he shit his diapers and Layla was talking with the lady, so I had to go take care of that. I had to go to the women's bathroom. Like, there's nothing in the men's. Like, what the fuck? This is embarrassing. Like, I felt nervous and embarrassed because I'm not in here to creep or anything. I'm just changing my kid's diaper because that's the only place I can do it.
Yeah,
So.
Very rarely have I ever seen a changing table in a men's bathroom. Very rarely.
Yeah, and it's also the same with I don't know, some commercials of the past or some TV shows where the guy has no idea how cleaning works or cooking works or basic basic house hygiene. How do I wash clothes? But nowadays I've seen commercials where guys know how to do things. Yes, I'm not an idiot. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're starting to get better as a society, but then it's like every time I think that we've made any progression, there's always some dumb, stupid backlash where it's well, I mean, even this movie now, everyone's acting like the future of female roles in movies rests on Wonder Woman's success.
Why?
Yeah, why? There have been successful female lead movies that were just as kick-ass. It doesn't.
Oh yeah, but
understand why.
But all the other superhero movies with guys, they're given billions of chances. Like Spider-Man, third reboot. How many goddamn chances that thing needs?
Yeah. Finally get it right.
But one movie starring a superhero, no, if you don't make it, we're not doing any more Wonder Woman movies. What the fuck?
And let's see. There was that whole Batman vs Superman thing. After the whole Man of Steel thing, that was fucking terrible. And then everyone was like, "Hey, we should build a whole fucking universe off this terrible movie." And here we are. And Shot in the Dark, the first female-centered superhero movie, just happens to be the only good one, at least in the DCEU franchise.
I felt like I haven't seen Batman vs Superman, but like the thing I heard the most was that the Wonder Woman part was awesome. Like,
Well, yeah, and then I saw Wonder Woman, and I was like, oh, I might want to see Justice League now just because of Wonder Woman. I don't give a fuck about anyone else.
yeah.
I just want to watch Gal Gadot punch things in the face.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
New movie, bae.
Yes, she is my new movie star bae.
But I don't. I don't know. I think the movie's good, and not because it's like, oh, it's like finally the first one and it's good. No, it's not that. Believe me, I am brutally honest about everything that I watch. I fucking Batman vs Superman. And worse is fucking Suicide Squad. No thing will ever make that movie okay. It's fucking torture. I mean, if I were ever a terrorist and you put me in fucking Gitmo, all you'd have to do is show that movie on a loop and I'd break like fucking glass.
Right away. It's like, no! I'll tell you anything.
Let me watch that movie again.
Oh.
It's that bad. And it's not like movie tastes are like, you're entitled to an opinion about it, but no, you're not on Suicide Squad. You're not entitled to an opinion. You are not entitled to your wrong opinion that it's okay. It's fucking terrible. It's garbage.
I have not seen that one either. But like I hear so many bad things that it's like I don't want to waste 2 hours of my life on it.
I mean, it's worth watching just so you can appreciate good. Like it is so unfathomably bad.
You keep cutting out, kind of. Sorry.
It is so unfathomable. It is like I can't believe any of this shit made it into a movie.
I've seen reviews of it, basically. Like, Nostalgia Critic reviewed it, and I was like, if this is how the movie is, what in the fuck is happening?
Oh yeah, Nostalgia Critic was pretty accurate about it too. I mean, I've actually seen far more brutal things, but it's bad.
Well,
kind of good. It's fucking bad.
Well, I've heard too about the Wonder Woman movie. It's not, doesn't take the dark tone so goddamn dark, and doesn't like use it all the goddamn time. It doesn't make the whole movie dark.
Yeah. So it's got like, okay. So there are two different reasons. So
hold on. What? Hold, Rico?
Yeah.
You keep cutting out.
Oh no.
Yes.
Move this mic a little closer to my face.
Yes. That's a little better. I don't know what's wrong with your mic.
How's it going?
Oh, that's better. That's fine.
Is this fine?
No, that's not good. No.
How about this?
That's better. It's.
Why don't I just talk like this?
Yeah. Just talk.
How's everybody going? I just keep clipping the audio.
Yeah, it's. You're almost clipping it. You're at the edge of clipping.
You can just call me Claudio because I clip the audio.
Whoa.
Anyway. Talk like this the whole time.
Great.
I'm sorry, Brett. I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Oh no.
Anyway, yes, it is much better in terms of tone, in that there are actually funny moments and lighthearted moments, and it lets you fucking breathe at points.
Yeah, Man of Steel was like, I watched it on TV, of course. Like, I'm not gonna rent that. Fuck that shit. But I was like, what? Like the whole time I'm just sitting there like, this is not really Superman.
No, and that's the thing. Like, I can understand like trying to like reinvent the character, but it's just
Batman. Batman is dark. Superman is not dark. Superman is light. Batman dark.
Do not. Yeah. How could
Please.
you fuck up the one character trait of Superman?
Please understand. Batman justice. Superman hope. Understand their themes.
It's like Zack Snyder's never read a single comic, even though he's like, nope, I've done it. But he was like, I read the Frank Miller stuff because Frank Miller's dark and edgy. That's what I'm going to base everything off of. And
I'm just going to Frank Miller all of it. Like,
yeah, the worst fucking thing you could possibly base any of this off of.
Like, I was fine with
I
300.
don't fucking like Frank Miller.
I was fine with 300. That was just
an awful movie, but it was like intentionally awful.
It was entertaining, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it again. It's just stupid as fuck.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, I
mean, was that movie meant to be taken seriously?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Probably. Somebody's like stroking their dick to how awesome that movie is, and I'm just like, this is fucking. I'll tell you what, I really liked it before I learned how movies are supposed to work. Like, before I took film classes and understood like what actual art is.
How do movie work?
Yeah. How to movie and am good too.
And am good too.
And I know why they're good movies too. And I can tell you all about why 300 is garbage. And why most of Zack Snyder's work is garbage.
Because Zack Snyder is garbage.
All of his work is garbage.
All of it.
He might not be a garbage person. He might very well be a nice person. His work, on the other hand, is garbage. It's filthy trash garbage. He does not understand coherency, and he's all about framing the shots that look good, and that's all the movie is. It's just set up for like shot after shot after shot, and like that's all Batman vs Superman is. There's no actual discernible plot.
Like, look at this shot. How about this shot and this shot?
Yeah, look at this shot, guys. It's like straight out of the comic book. Look at how cool this is in slow-mo. Yeah, except it just drags the movie on. So, like, yeah, it's kind of a cool shot, I guess, but you're also dragging the runtime of this movie on unnecessarily.
Basic, it's like, that's a 300 is just like, okay, intro part. Oh no, there's a problem. There's Persians coming. They're gonna take over. Okay, let's go to this place that we can fend them off with this small amount of people. Okay, let's fight 30 guys, or what, 300 guys, or 5,000 guys, whatever. Kill a bunch of them.
I'll give you a credit. At least the plot makes fucking sense. It has a big middle and end.
It does. It's like
EVS has something, there's stuff, other stuff happens, and hey, maybe all these things are sort of connected to something, and boy, I don't understand what's actually going on here. And it's over. Okay.
Yeah, 300 is straightforward. It's like fight, and then here's a little break, and then fight some more, then a little break again, and then fight some more until they're all dead.
I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with the Martha scene, right?
Yeah, I've heard about it plenty of times.
Where
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Ever. On the verge of death, and he's like, Martha!
Oh, we have the same mother's name! Oh, let's not kill each other! Like, what?
No, but the thing is, like, no matter how stupid anybody makes it, it doesn't compare to how stupid the actual scene is. Like, the level of stupidity it's been described to you in is nowhere near as stupid as actually seeing it in. Like, the whole movie, 2 hours, is a build up to this point where Superman's like basically about to die, and he's like, Martha, and then Bruce is like, why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? I'm like, well, their mothers have the same fucking name. Which, I'll be fair, I did not realize that. I knew both of their mothers, but it never clicked for me. But
But what?
it's not.
Sorry, what? You cut out.
I never realized that Batman and Superman, their moms both.
Had the same name.
I knew that they were both Marthas, but I never like clicked and like put two and two together. But I'll tell you what, when that point happens and I realize it wasn't fucking clever.
Martha. Like, I just...
Added to the stupidity of it. I was like, boy, that's even more stupid. That's the route they went. They chose. That's what they went with. Okay.
I don't know. In my head, the whole movie is like, okay, Batman and Superman, same universe, and then they're like, Batman is like, oh, we gotta control Superman. He's too powerful, and blah blah blah, and there's a lot of tension build up, and they fight a couple times, and then they fight last time, and then Superman's almost dead, and they do the Martha thing, and then like Wonder Woman shows out of nowhere for some reason, and then they fight what's his face? I can't remember the bad guy's name.
Oh, it's the name of the entire the whole DCEU franchise, Doomsday.
Doomsday, yes.
And not Doomsday to be confused with Abomination, which it is also.
Okay. Doomsday shows up and they fight Doomsday or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's. I don't hate the like varying ideas of like what they were trying to go with. It's just like the execution just is not good. It's not even like so bad it's good. It's just long and boring and drawn out. And hey, you remember we're doing the Justice League? Here's this whole random segment about the Justice League that could have been saved for the end of the fucking film, like Marvel. But nope, we'll put it right here in the middle, just so you don't miss it. Did you forget we're doing the Justice League? Because it's here. They're here.
Isn't Cyborg in the movie?
There is like 10 minutes dedicated to showing off the Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman.
Oh.
And then there's like a random like dream sequence for Bruce where the Flash is like, don't trust him, he's dangerous. Ah.
Oh.
But you're never sure whether it's really real, and Bruce has another weird dream sequence, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is any of this...
Why? What?
What's in this popcorn?
Fuck. Terrible.
Yeah, and then it just gets to the end, and Superman dies, and it's not even a spoiler for you, because you're not retarded, so,
Yeah, I remember he said he dies. But
it's completely insulting. It's like, oh, we're playing homage to that one comic. I'm like, yeah, but the comic's been out for like 20 years now. We know that he doesn't actually die, so thanks for the fake out, I guess.
Good job, guys.
Impact to it at this point. There's no fucking impact. I know you're not going to kill off Superman. I'm not retarded.
Yeah, because that'd be fucking
I know
dumb.
that's not the appropriate nomenclature. I'm not slow. And there's no consequence for any of the things that happen in that movie. So it makes for a dull, like 2.5 hour runtime of just boring shit that happens. And the whole point of this discussion is that this is not what happens in Wonder Woman.
Yes, I'm sorry. It was a huge. We did a big old loop, but it was making a point.
Look, I can't ever not shit on those movies. They're that fucking bad. So when I tell you that Wonder Woman is good, I fucking mean it. I mean it. It's a good movie.
I know you to be a critical person.
I fucking hate everything.
Yes.
Which I would name this channel if that was not already taken.
I fucking hate everything more.
Yeah, there's a... Sorry, Alex. I hate everything? No, I fucking hate everything. FHE channel.
It'd be I hate everything more than I hate everything.
IHEM. There's probably a T in there somewhere.
I am way more hateful than I hate everything.
Yeah. I'm like I hate everything and CinemaSins put together in an awful little bubble. Awful bubble.
I give things a chance sometimes. Oh, okay, not really. if
Give
I
him a
think it's
chance.
if I think it's shit, I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend money. I'll just wait till it's on TV or something.
Okay, well, I think I have a right to be a piece of shit towards these movies because I gave them money.
Yeah.
Well, I did
You
not give Suicide Squad.
you saw you saw the preview for Batman vs Superman. Like, all right, you just begrudgingly just go to the fucking theater.
I did. I begrudgingly went to the theater, and then when I left, all Maria did was look at me and say, "Please don't make me sit through another one of those." She was like, "Please don't make me see another one of these." Because after we had seen Man of Steel, she already didn't want to see them again. And then we saw that, and she was like, I can't do it anymore, Rico. Please don't make me see these. And then we watched Suicide Squad at home, and she was like, wow, that was fucking worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, yeah, nothing can prepare you for the level of disappointment. Wonder Woman vary from these fucking movies. So I think the biggest is that Wonder Woman is actually a fucking hero that does heroic things and isn't a selfish piece of shit like any of the other people.
And isn't a whiny crybaby.
Yeah, I mean, she's there and she's like, hey, bad things are happening. We have to help these people. And everyone's like, well, you can't do that. And she's like, yeah, well, what I do isn't fucking up to you, so I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. And then she fucking does it. And, like, that's the movie.
Damn straight.
And Chris Pine is fantastic in it. I don't think I've actually seen him in a better role, I did tell you the truth. I mean, he was damn good in this movie.
I did like him in Star Trek. I like him in the Star Trek movies.
Yeah, I like him in Star Trek, too. Here he plays a more serious role. And he's not as like, about things. He's not all
Kirky? I don't know.
yeah, not quirky, Kirky.
Kirky, yes, not Corky. Kirky.
I don't know. It's much different. He's got a much more serious role, and he's very good at it. It understands that, you know, there are going to be a certain level of tropes in the movies, and it kind of like acknowledges them, but doesn't really linger on them. Like you expect that when London, there's going to be like this whole fish out of water scene, and there is, but it's very like quick and wrapped up, and it's like, oh well, we're done with the scene now, and I'm like, I laughed, and we're good. It wasn't even like overdone. It was just like boop boop boop, all done. Now let's go do the thing. We got out of the way. Good. And not preachy as fuck. It like, I don't know. Ghostbusters was touted as this like huge feminist movie, and it's. You want your feminist movie? It's fucking Wonder Woman. That's it.
Yes.
And
It's
like I'm sure it's not right for me to define what feminism is or is not, but it is not Ghostbusters. I will debate that till I die. It is not that movie.
Well,
It is Wonder Woman, though.
It's basically just. It seems like Wonder Woman is just basically showing like that. Yeah, you can have a female superhero lead that, it shows like it can be done. This type of movie can be done and can tell a good story.
Because the male characters are just as important as the women. Like Chris Pine is like.
Like, yes, this is feminism. Yes, equal. There you go.
But at the same time, like when shit needs to get done, and there's actually one scene that I think sums it up perfectly, where she needs to. And it's like, no, you can't do the thing, and she literally quote says, "What I do is not up to you," and now. It doesn't work in her favor, but she still decides that, yeah, I don't give a fuck what you're telling me to do. I'm still going to do it because it needs to get done.
Right. Just doing what's right.
Yeah. Characters actually feel like real people with like well-developed dialogue. Like that's pretty important. Dialogue's pretty important.
Yeah, because your characters need to talk like normal.
About the...
Yeah, your characters need to talk like fucking human beings.
Yeah, and you know that's how people care about other people.
Yeah, and be relatable. The audience needs to relate to the characters.
Yeah, that's why I don't relate or anything to Suicide Squad or Batman or anything like that. It's because how could I? I don't know what the fuck Batman's feeling. I don't know what the fuck Superman's feeling. I don't know what the fuck anybody in Suicide Squad is feeling because their dialogue is so poorly written. It's just bullshit and I'm like so sad and depressed because I have superhuman strength and I don't know whether I should save people or not. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, basically, like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know if I should save.
Fucking Pa Kent, who's like, well, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have saved those people. Maybe you should just have been quiet. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Exactly. Like, goddamn, even Spider-Man.
And I got fucking mock him. Yeah.
Spider-Man was better. Like fucking goddamn Uncle Ben was like, you know, the famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility. That's with every goddamn superhero, basically. Like, you have the power to help and do good. It's a big responsibility, but you should do it.
Yeah, but then... says she's like, you don't owe these people anything. I'm like, well, I guess that's fair. He really doesn't owe them anything, but I mean, like, then don't be a fucking, then don't help people.
Then don't.
Don't. Yeah,
then be a villain. That's a villain. There you go. That's a villain right there.
That's
what villains do.
That's what Superman needs in Man of Steel. He needs an Uncle Ben to be like, you have a moral obligation to do good things. Sorry, I'm quoting Spider-Man, the
what?
Because, yeah, the Andrew Garfield one.
Oh.
Uncle Ben says, you have a moral obligation to do good things, basically, without saying, like, he gives, like, this runabout quote that doesn't directly say, with great power comes great responsibility, but he says it in an indirect way.
Oh, well.
So it's kind of funny. I will say, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans are slightly better than, well, okay, the first one is slightly better. The second one is actually garbage. Bad that it's actually it's like goofy and fun to watch.
Mm. That was the progression of the Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah, first one, that was okay. Second, well, no, good. I think
second one was pretty decent too.
Yeah, well, from what I understand.
What?
Well, from what I understand, the second Tobey Maguire Spider-Man seems to be the fan favorite.
Hmm.
I think I need to go back and rewatch it. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I like the first two ones. The third one was just, what the fuck? The third one was
like,
what?
Dude, I have yet to meet a person who's like, no, the third one's good cinema.
No. It's just like, why? What the fuck is happening here? This is terrible.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say this though. Back to Wonder Woman. I do have mild criticisms about it, but none of my criticisms. Oh, hear me out. None of my criticisms are so like bad or like they're so like not a big deal that I kind of ignored them for a while until I kind of started to break it down afterwards. Like when I left the theater, I was like in such a good mood. I was like, oh, that was finally a good DCEU movie. I can't fucking believe they actually didn't fuck it up. Holy shit. Reflected on it and thought about it, like played it back. I was like, no, there's some shit I don't like. There's some shit I really don't like, but it's not that big of a deal. Like I really don't like the whole third act. To a point. There's a point where it stops, and I'm like, well, I don't fucking like this anymore. This is stupid.
Like the momentum just kind of stops?
Well, not. It's the. They could have gone in a different direction, but they were like, nope, we have to do what every other movie does in terms of superheroes, and we have to have them major big villain at the end who has dumb, stupid things and space lasers in the sky and dumb, stupid shit.
Oh, okay.
We can't make a superhero movie that doesn't have a fucking sky beam.
So like over the top thing.
Yeah, it was an over the top like fight scene, and I'm like, I really don't fucking like this. But it wasn't enough for me to be like, well, the whole movie sucks. It's like I'd give Wonder Woman a 7 out of 10, and I don't think that's a bad score.
7 out of 10. Damn. Okay,
I don't rate.
What is
dude,
a?
I don't rate.
You know, you don't rate movies very high.
Well, first off, I don't usually use a numerical score in general because the level of butthurt that's associated with it, and plus it's meaningless and stupid. So a 7 out of 10 would be a 70, I suppose, and that is a perfectly acceptable pass.
Okay.
It does not earn even a 7 out of 10.
What is an A+ movie to you?
What is an A+ movie? Okay, well, since I will never get around to finishing that article, I saw Blade Runner the other day for the first time. And by the other day, I mean about a month ago. I've been obsessed with that movie since. Like, everything I could about this movie, and I still don't think I've learned enough. 9. In my personal opinion, I don't know. Like, I know Scott Pilgrim is a 10, but on my personal scale, it is a 10 out of 10 for me. If I were to actually rate it, I would give it about an 8.
Okay.
Favorite movie.
So Blade Runner is an 8.
No, I'd give Blade Runner about a 9.
A 9, okay. Scott Pilgrim is an 8 and Blade Runner is a 9.
Yeah. So
closest.
Like, let me. Pilgrim is my favorite movie. Period.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with your microphone?
I don't know. You keep cutting out too, so don't act like it's just me.
Okay.
Recording it, I just can't hear you.
Okay. Hopefully your talk is getting recorded.
I hope so. Listen back, but I don't listen very long because I don't want to listen to my own damn voice. Right. It's for you people to listen to, not me. I listen to it all in my head. Anyway, again, Scott Pilgrim is my favorite movie, like, period, hands down, and I only give that an 8. So to give Wonder Woman a 7, that should...
Okay, that gives me a realistic idea. Scott Pilgrim for me is not an 8. I like it, but it's not my favorite movie.
Yeah, well, it probably shouldn't be anyone's favorite movie, but it's mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I have my own reasons for it.
I would say maybe it's my favorite video game movie, even though it's not based on a video game. Is that right to say? I guess it is.
It's like the best video game movie not based on a video game, but oops, there actually is a video game, so I guess technically it's all meta.
I guess so, yes. It's a decent beat-em-up game, too.
It's a pretty damn good beat-em-up game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, Scott Pilgrim for me, I don't know, everyone has their own favorite movie, and for me, Scott Pilgrim was just what I needed it to be at a certain point in my life, because I kind of went through the whole Scott Pilgrim thing. So to me, it's always the movie that I need it to be when I need it to be there.
So you're dating a girl in high school, and then you like met an older girl that had like 7 exes that you had to beat the fuck up, and then...
Well, it was actually the opposite. There was the girl, and things didn't work out too well. And then I met the younger girl, who wasn't in high school, but she just graduated, so there was that whole thing. But I was like going through the whole Scott Pilgrim thing at that time in my life. And I was about the same age too, but it was like opposite Scott Pilgrim. So I like understood, and like Scott, I was the shitty person too.
Well then.
To the point where my nega Rico probably would have been a pretty decent guy.
Jeez.
Because
Well,
that's an unnoticeable part in the end of the movie where, Nega Scott comes out and walks out and, like, oh, how'd it go? And he's like, oh, he's a pretty nice guy. And I'm like, wow, Scott is such a douchebag that the opposite of him is actually a really nice guy. And that was kind of like me at that point in time. I had a lot of growing up to do, so it's a relatable movie for me.
I don't think I have, like... I just have movies that I like, that I like a lot, or, I don't have, like, a definitive movie, really.
You don't have, like, a go-to movie?
No, it's like a couple of movies, It's just like, I like to watch, Goodfellas, I watch that, or I watch The Godfather, or, there's a lot of movies that I just like, I just like it. It's not like I can really put a number to them, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I have my, like, handful of movies that I just fucking adore.
Yeah, and it's
go-to, like, brigade of movies.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like, I don't have, like, I gotta watch this movie all the time. Like, that'll be the movie I have to watch, I don't have...
Yeah,
it's like I have just...
Island. If I were stranded on an island and I could only have one movie, it would be Scott Pilgrim.
It would be like, I don't know, like my logical brain is kicking in and it's like, you know what, I think Lord of the Rings, the extended version. It's like,
because then at least I would have a shit ton of stuff to watch.
Yeah, that's where it's like, yeah, I have a lot to watch, so I'm gonna be there for a while. At least they're long.
I'll probably die before the movies end.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have, like, my groupings, and maybe that should be better saved for a different podcast, our, like, top 10, or maybe you'd like to see that in a list that we write out, our top 10 movies or something.
Yeah.
Because people seem to fucking like that sort of shit for some reason.
Top 10!
I love your fucking lists.
The lists...
You guys want a listicle? I'll give you a listicle.
A list, or an enumerable, or a data.
And I know at some point Wesley will listen to this and he'll be like, yeah, I want your top 10 movie lists. Go.
I made a programming joke.
Either that or Wesley will be like, I don't actually fucking care.
Like, you're a bunch of fuckfaces.
Yeah. Movie tastes are terrible.
We should have him on here one time.
We should have him on here.
Guest
I did have him in the last, I don't know why I didn't ask you, actually. I think
you're an asshole.
I am an asshole.
Because I think I was doing something else. I can't remember what I was doing.
It was pretty late on a Sunday night. I just assumed you were actually, like, busy dealing with your kid and everything, so I didn't even bother.
Oh, I had the day off the next day, so I was just like, I think me and Layla were just watching Game of Thrones or something.
Oh.
So that's why I was like, I wouldn't be able to play anyways. I just saw on my phone, like, yeah, Rico is broadcasting. I'm like, what the fuck? He's playing Destiny without me. That bastard. That was fine, because we were watching Game of Thrones, so. But, speaking of Game of Thrones, look forward to that next week, when the new season comes out Sunday. We're going to
be doing a mini episode on that, and it's probably not going to be mini. It's probably going to run an hour long because we don't shut the fuck up about Game of Thrones.
Yes. But yeah, we expect to probably have a Game of Thrones episode after every single episode of Game of Thrones this season. We're going to try to do that.
On top of, we're going to try. It's probably not going to work. We'll do one episode, and then you'll be like, I can't wait to watch some of the other ones or listen to them, and it's never going to come. It's probably not going to come, so don't keep your hopes up. But you might get like one or two.
One or two, maybe. I don't know. But we'll try. We're going to try. It's going to be in like a separate playlist, so it'll be like separate from the actual podcast, so. Yeah,
we're gonna try and do regularly scheduled podcasts, too. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
wink, wink.
Nudge, because, we try. We try to do this almost every Thursday. Thursday or Friday.
Pretty good about it.
Then the episode comes out on Saturday. So, it's usually how it goes. Alright,
working on the script. I am working on the script for next week's episode, and it will be talking about millennials and generations, so look forward to that. Woo!
Oh, millennials.
Unless it's already out, then it's already out and you can listen to it, so, there you go.
Hooray! Alright. That's all the time we have. See you later.
The moral of the story is, don't be a man, baby.
Don't be a maybe. Terrible. Wait a minute, hold on. One more thing. I'm sorry. You can follow us on YouTube and Facebook, the Brett and Rico Super Show.
We almost did the send-off without a like and subscribe.
Yeah, I know, we're dickheads. Almost.
Please? God,
don't
forget to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Please like and
subscribe. Because if you're listening to this, it means you're actually on YouTube.
Yeah, and we'll love you for that. And then if you like and subscribe, we'll, I don't know, do more. That's how it works, right?
You won't get anything out of it other than what you're already getting by not subscribing, but that doesn't really give you much incentive, so fucking do it.
Just do it. It's fine. It's just a click. It's fine.
Nike the fuck out of it.
It's just one little click. It's all you have to do. Just one little click, click like, and then you'll be great. We'll give you kisses.
Maybe don't forget to follow us on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch, El Suavenero, and the Bort Cube.
Or don't, because we just upload them to YouTube anyway, so, look there too.
But yeah, we usually stream on the weekends, on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Sometimes Sundays.
Sometimes Sundays. We'll, if you follow us on there, we'll announce when we're streaming, so they can hop on Twitch and watch us, be a dangus, maybe even join us and play along.
Yeah, you can suck at Rocket League just along with us.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That's all.
Good night, everybody.
See you later. Bye-bye.